Good morning, and let's talk about fitness today. As a person, I've never been good at motivating myself to exercise, work out, stay in shape, that sort of thing. But fitness boxing on the Nintendo Switch that came out a couple years ago changed my mind. I really love rhythm games. That combined with the daily stamp aspect, all the instructors you can customize with all of the different cosmetics, and the song remixes kept me coming back and actually got me motivated to keep up that routine. So when the sequel was announced, I was really excited to play it, and fate had other plans. About 4 days before the game came out, I injured myself at my job, bruising my left rib, leaving me completely unable to use the game for a good 2 weeks. But now I've been playing the game for about 2 weeks and am ready to talk about it. Here is my review of Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise for the Nintendo Switch. When it comes to gameplay, Fitness Boxing 2 is a rhythm game around shadow boxing exercises. Before we really dive into the differences and details, let's talk about Fitness Boxing 101. When starting the game for the first time, you put in your health data, body mass index, age, weight, and height, as well as being able to customize what kind of exercises you want and what body parts you would like to build up the most. The game then encourages you to play daily for daily exercises, where you join an instructor avatar through an exercise video sort of thing, utilizing the Joy-Con's motion controls to do punches, straights, hooks, steps, and more. The game also beckons you back with the fact that you are constantly unlocking new content in the form of songs from the soundtrack to use in the exercises and cosmetic items so you can play dress up with the instructors. This much is pretty much the same between both Fitness Boxings 1 and 2, so let's talk about the differences, as some of them are pretty subtle and require you to go out of your way to find. First of all, you can import save data from Fitness Boxing 1 into Fitness Boxing 2, but this really only affects the graph and calendar for what you've done in the past. Despite having everything unlocked in the first game, I had to re-unlock every single exercise type in Fitness Boxing 2, making that first week of daily exercises pretty light. Now, the major differences here are the 3 pieces of new content that we've got. Fitness Boxing 2 has 30 different exercise routines you can go through, which is 3 more than the 27 the first game had. We've got 3 new avatar instructor characters that can take you through all of the exercises. And the game's soundtrack is completely new, giving us 23 remixes of songs that were not in the original game. While I already miss the Bad Romance remix from Fitness Boxing, I do like a lot of the songs they included here, from YMCA and Girls Wanna Have Fun to Sandstorm by Darude. And then we have settings where a lot of the quality of life optional changes are. These new settings allow you to turn off certain exercises and movements for your daily workout, auto-complete some of the more difficult ones like body shots and steps, and there's an alarm system where you can set daily times on any day of the week for your Nintendo Switch to let you know it is time to exercise. This alarm setting works not only when you're playing another game with a little notification popping up as you're exploring Hyrule that it's time to work out, but it also works in sleep mode, giving you a little notification on the lock screen that it is time to exercise. And all of these changes in the settings and quality of life stuff is good because the actual rhythm part of the game isn't that different. The pre-exercise stretching for daily workout is a lot better, allowing you to do each stretch multiple times and having a slower pace so you don't rush through it. But the rhythm game itself for the exercises feels exactly the same. We've got a little bit of motion input from doing your punches to the game recognizing and doing the little sound effect, and you can still snap your wrist with the Joy-Con in your hand to quote-unquote cheat the system and let it register a punch without you actually doing it. And just to be honest with you, I did a lot of that cheating earlier today to unlock a lot of the later exercises when I just got tired of doing the basic stuff over and over again. Though despite being pretty much the same as Fitness Boxing 1, this is still a hard workout even on the lighter settings. It's also got plenty of content and length across unlocking all of the cosmetic items for the instructors, all of the different exercises, and just using it as a daily exercise app. Next, let's dive into presentation. Visually, the game looks a bit smoother than Fitness Boxing 1 and has a lot more colorful backgrounds when you're doing your exercises. The instructor avatars also seem to have much better facial expressions when they're going through, making it seem more like they are looking at you versus just staring off into space. Now, we all know what's coming next. I can't get out of this section without talking about voice acting. As much as I loved the avatar characters of the original game, the English dub was not that great. A couple instructors from the original game had good voice work, but Lynn, the poster girl, definitely did not. She had some lines that were legitimately good, but a lot of others where it sounded like she was rushing through those lines and garbled her words because of it. This new game did give all of those old instructors new lines to record, which do sound better, but listening to those good new lines with the old ones that were brought back makes it very awkward to listen to, as sometimes when you first boot up the game, Lynn will say an old line and then a new line, making it sound like she swapped microphones when taking a breath.
Good evening. I've been waiting for you. Let's give this our best.
But on the bright side, this is only for returning instructors. The 3 new ones sound pretty good overall, my only real complaint being that Karen sometimes says her lines a little bit slow when starting up an exercise. I don't really have any complaints about performance, so now let's get into battery life. On the original model, Fitness Boxing 2 has a battery range of 2 hours and 33 minutes up to 3 hours and 8 minutes. On the Nintendo Switch Lite, it has a range of 2 hours and 39 minutes up to 3 hours and 15 minutes. And on the V2 or Redbox 2019 model, it has a range of 4 hours and 26 minutes up to 5 hours and 10 minutes. In conclusion, Fitness Boxing 2 gives shadowboxing fans more to do and with a lot of useful quality of life changes for reminders and the exercises themselves. Now, on the downside, outside of the new instructors, we seem to have more problems with voice acting now than before, with the sheer difference between the old and new lines, and those not super hardcore into the details of all of the exercise settings will likely feel like they're playing the same game all over again. But no matter what we down points for, it stays true to what the first game started. It's a fun rhythm game that gives you a hard workout on a daily basis. Reviews to Go rates Fitness Boxing 2 for the Nintendo Switch an 8 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching and have a great day.